Namaskar viewers. Today we are going to discuss about India and GCC countries relations, and we will discuss our cultural underpinnings. We will discuss about our strategic relations and the factors which engage both the parts of the world. GCC is a collaboration of six Gulf countries, Arab Gulf countries. They are Saudi Arabia, Oman, Qatar, Bahrain, UAE, and Kuwait. They have frontier economy, and that is oil and gas based economy. Most of them have very abundant amount of oil resources, and India has depended on GCC countries for its energy dependence. But in the recent time, we can find that all the GCC states, they are diversifying the portfolio for the better sustenance. At the same time, fossil fuels are replaced by renewable energies. So during G20 meeting in 2023, India invited UAE. At the same time, Saudi Arabia is already the member of G20. So the head of the states, especially MBS Mohammed bin Salman, Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, he participated, and a number of mutual MOUs were signed. They were related to healthcare, energy security, anti-terrorism, and regional stability with all these parts of the world. So now we start with the GCC states, the six countries: Saudi Arabia, the largest country of the Gulf, Saudi Arabia, Oman, Qatar, Bahrain, UAE, and Kuwait. India has substantial interest in all these countries. First, for the energy security. Second, we have our labor forces over there. We have our migrants over there. We can call it a diaspora also, but diaspora is a sociological term. It's a misnomer, because diaspora usually for those who have already got the citizenship of that piece of land. It's a fourth generation, fifth generation of Indians are in Gulf, but there is no process of naturalization for the outsiders or migrants in that GCC states because of some economic and financial security. At the same time, the citizens, they got endowment on the monthly basis, and so many facilities are there. So they are divided, especially the expatriates, they are divided of those facilities. So we call them migrants, but in the local colloquial term, it's a part and parcel of diaspora itself. So the Gulf countries, which is oil and gas based economy, now they are trying to diversify their sovereign funds. Like at least 3-4 countries, they have sovereign funds, and these all sovereign funds are used to invest in those countries. Our relations is age old. We can find that in Gulf countries, the remnants of or archival documentation of Harappa times trade also found. We can find that our trade relations in which spices, textiles, pearls, and cultural practices were exchanged over there. Gulf ports was the trading hub because of its strategic location. It is close to Europe, and it's the way through Africa, at the same time Asia. So this is the strategic point that play a very crucial role for the trade between Europe and India, Europe and other countries of Africa, and India, Africa. So it's a type of conduit for trade and business partnership. We can find that we have an age-old relations, and our cultural activities like Bollywood and our film stars, they are very popular in the Gulf. We have very substantial population, 3.5 million Indians in UAE itself. We have around 3 million in Saudi Arabia, and in total Gulf, we have population of 9 million. At the same time, maximum number of expatriates in Qatar are Indians, and they play very crucial role when the stadium were built to organize FIFA 2022. So the growth story of the Gulf is written by Indians. They play a very crucial role over there. You can find that we have very much attached emotionally, psychologically, socially, politically, in every manner. Like flood was happened in Kerala in 2018-19, and UAE came first and contributed substantial amount to save the life of the Keralites. At the same time, we can find that Kerala became the first state during the past established a mosque. That symbolic gesture was contributed and offered to the head of the state by our Prime Minister Modi ji when he visited Saudi Arabia, the replica of that mosque. Our diaspora, that is of 9 million in number, and our trade relations, that is almost $150 billion with Gulf. At the same time, Gulf has volunteer economy. There is no participation in the election process, and there is no taxation. So whatever money earned by the labor forces in the Gulf, they all save the money, and that remittances sent back to their home. So in that amount, $83 billion sent to India for the livelihood of their family. So these 9 million population in the Gulf, they sent back huge amount for the sustenance, for the livelihood, and for the care of the family in India. At the same time, the Indian migrants foster cultural relations and economic ties. We find that in Saudi Arabia, in Oman, in Qatar, in Bahrain, wherever Indian are, they are celebrating Indian festival also. And Holi and Diwali became the national holidays for UAE. And the Gulfian also, they participate, they celebrate these festivals. We have people-to-people relations also. When we discuss about the trade, India's key trading bloc of GCC country, the main partners are India, Saudi Arabia, Oman, Qatar, Bahrain, UAE, Kuwait, these countries. And in this, we can find that we have $161 billion trade relations between India and the GCC states. UAE became the third largest trading partner. And in the collaboration, we have alternative source of energy. We are replacing fossil fuels to renewable source of energy. And India floated a green hydrogen mission in which GCC is also a partner. At the same time, International Solar Alliance, India is the leader, which was floated during the G20. Gulf country, they decided to be the partner in that lucrative idea. And Gulf is investing huge amount of money in the development of various two-tier and third-tier cities in India. India's dependence on Gulf is energy security. At the same time, we have signed the replacement of energy of oil and gas to renewable energy. In that renewable energy, alternative source of energy, we are also partner for a long run for the sustenance and growth of livelihood of other people. Now we discuss about the strengthening strategic alliance. In the recent time, we can find that our Prime Minister has already visited many times to UAE, Saudi Arabia, and recently he visited Kuwait to strengthen the relations. And our relations became strategically important because of many reasons. It is always in news that Sudani pirates, they were made the Red Sea or Arabian Sea vulnerable because they usually attack the ships which navigate through that area. So Indian warships, they are giving the security to the entire Gulf region and the Arabian Sea also by deploying our maritime security personnel in the Arabian Sea. At the same time, during the G20 summit, IMEC was signed. IMEC between India to Gulf and from the Gulf to Europe, 2 corridors was decided to build. So this partnership playing a very much crucial role and a milestone in the relation between India and the GCC states. IMEC is a lucrative project that was floated in G20, and all the countries which were the part of this route, including some European country like Italy and Central Asian countries and Gulf country, they play very crucial role. And US is also a partner of this IMEC project. In the cultural relations, we can find that Indian festivals such as in the Gulf, like I've already mentioned that Holi and Diwali is celebrated in a very huge manner in almost all the GCC states. Now we discuss about the India-Saudi Arabia relations. In India-Saudi Arabia relations, we have a trade relation of above $52 billion that was happened in 2023, and it is enhanced this time in 2024. Saudi Arabia is investing huge amount of money in India's food parks, in Gujarat. At the same time, many type of investment is assured by Saudi Arabia, and India-Saudi Arabia Forum has pledged to go for $100 billion trade relations to be enhanced. Hajj pilgrimage for the spiritual bondage also. India is dependent on Gulf for our energy security and other resources. At the same time, Gulf countries, many type of resources, they are traded and sent to the Gulf, from grains to technology to R&D development, space sciences, artificial intelligence. In the different fields, we have very strong relationship and coordinations. Now we discuss one by one country-wise relations. First, I would like to discuss about the India-UAE relation. And we have a very strong economic, trade, cultural, civilizational bondage with UAE. In the recent time, we have for the healthcare, for the education, for the culture, these Gulf country people, they are taking interest. We can find good Nawa students, they have admission in Jamia Islamia, at JNU, at Jamia Hamdard, Aligarh Muslim University, Mahatma Gandhi University, Kottayam. These all universities serve a very good educational hub for Gulfians. And for the health security also, they usually visit India. Like health tourism is very much cost effective in India, and this health tourism make a very viable symbiotic relation between India and the GCC states. For UAE invest around 45,000 crore rupees in the infrastructure sector of Jammu and Kashmir after the abrogation of 320, and to maintain the peace, serenity, harmony in the states, UAE signed MOU counter-terrorism to assure the regional stability. India and the Gulf have already signed. India and Qatar. Qatar is a very small city-state. It's a population of around 27 lakh. Indians are in the maximum percentage. Qatar hosted FIFA World Cup, and India workforce, they worked hard in the erection of different type of stadium in the different part of Qatar to host the FIFA World Cup. Indians played a very crucial role in it. At the same time, recently our Vice President of India, he visited Qatar and he signed in so many agreements like hydrogen and healthcare also. Largest Indian expatriates community we find in the Qatar. Now we move to Oman. India-Oman has very smooth relation. Almost $12.3 billion trade that has happened in 2013, and that is enhancing in 2024. We have defense ties also, and we have age-old cultural relations, India and Oman. Now we discuss about Indian workforce that is building the Gulf. It is Burj Khalifa, so many towering buildings like FIFA World Cup stadiums. These all magnificent buildings, skyscrapers. Indians labor is play a very strong role and presence as the workforce. So we can find that Indian play a very significant role in Gulf infrastructure everywhere. And we have a joint project on the green hydrogen and International Solar Alliance. GCC nations had already joined our International Solar Alliance project, ISA. We are committed to achieve carbon neutral, and COP28 was organized in UAE. We have collaboration for the R&D, research and development. We have so many combined venture for development in the space science, artificial intelligence, and medical sciences. So this harmonious relation between India and the GCC countries is a path-breaking, remarkable. We pray for our, in the foreseeable future, peace, harmony, and concord will continue. Thank you so much.